Joe Hendry's going to have a little extra fire tonight, not just because of what he's been dealing with on NXT and dealing with in regard to Gallus, but the comments of Josh Alexander earlier on tonight saying, where's Joe Hendry? Saying that Joe Hendry is a fluke and a meme. Joe Hendry has all the inspiration and motivation in the world heading into our main event.
Well, my question is the roof still on this place? Because the minute that music hit, this place went absolutely electric. I mean, to be fair, Joe Hendry is literally a meme. He's registered in the internet meme database, but he's so much more.
Say his name and he appears. Wolfgang, it wasn't so long ago that you and I were both back in Scotland trying to make a name for ourselves. It also wasn't so long ago that I showed up to your place of work and made the entire world chant, "We believe!" But it also wasn't that long ago that you and Mark Coffey held me in place so Joe Coffey could smash me in the back with a guitar. But what's interesting is Joe and Mark Coffey are not here tonight. And since Wolfgang is just me and you, there's something very special I want to say, but I'm just struggling to find the words. But I think it goes something a little like...
Oh, and Joe Hendry goes right after Wolfgang. We saw some fire from the TNA World Champion Nick Nemeth earlier on tonight in the face of Josh Alexander. Hendry following suit against Wolfgang.
A little bit of, dare I say, uncharacteristic aggression out of Hendry, but he's been pushed this far by Gallus.
Our main event is just getting started. It continues picture in picture.
A fast and furious start to this matchup. Hendry bringing the fight to Gallus's Wolfgang, who is all out of sorts now. This one's starting off hot.
Big right hand by Joe Hendry, looking for some retaliation after his experiences with Gallus this past Tuesday and last week as well on NXT. And Hendry and Wolfgang, they've known each other for over a decade. Came up together on the Scottish independent scene. It's been a while since they've gone one-on-one with each other.
You know, Tom, like I said, we both know Wolfgang. We've known him for years. I had a chance to talk to him a little bit earlier today, and he himself mentioned it's been a long time since he's gone one-on-one with Joe Hendry. It was a very different person, both characteristically and physically. Joe Hendry, a much larger, more imposing athlete now than when they first crossed paths years ago. Wolfgang has got to be prepared for that.
Certainly makes a difference. Wolfgang, a large and imposing figure in his own right, can fly with the best of them, is a bruising and brawling tag team wrestler, but can get it done as a singles competitor. It's the one thing, though, about the last time these two may or may not have faced each other is that Joe Hendry, from the neck up, is a completely different person, has all the confidence in the world.
Especially after this summer, the role he's been on.
The summer of Hendry.
No kidding, whether you like it or not, you can't get away from it. Even outside of wrestling circles, Joe Hendry is finding his way into every bit of life here around the world. But now, Wolfgang showing that the Gallus boys are on top.
Hendry caught up there amongst the ropes.
Wolfgang would love to do Gallus proud here. Shut down Joe Hendry. where Joe Coffey could not.
Wolfgang trying to snuff out Joe Hendry here. You take the crowd out of it, that's a big factor when you're in the ring with Joe Hendry.
Not only that, Joe Hendry has been making his presence felt on NXT a lot, but this is home turf advantage right here in a TNA ring for Joe Hendry.
Oh, that big shoulder right into that injured left arm. It's one of the oldest adages in sport. When you're in a hostile territory, a road game, so to speak, you take the crowd out of it, you make it a lot easier on yourself. Wolfgang, smart strategy here against Joe Hendry.
That isn't going to be enough. The crowd firmly behind Joe Hendry here in Tampa.
TNA's Joe Hendry against NXT's Wolfgang. This is your main event tonight on TNA Impact, and Hendry going blow for blow with his Scottish brethren.
Wolfgang taking off. There's the knee from Hendry.
What a night it has been here on TNA Impact. The announcement surrounding Bound for Glory 2024, October 26th, live in Detroit, Michigan. And also, how about next week, Nemeth versus Alexander for the first time ever for the TNA World Championship. What a night it has been. And Joe Hendry in a fantastic mood, trying to cap it all off.
Able to get out of the way there from Wolfgang, who now tries to take back over. The power of Wolfgang coming once more into play here.
Bullies his way. Hendry to the outside of the ring. Daniel Spencer trying to control Wolfgang here. Hendry's got to the count of 10 to get back inside the ring.
Wolfgang, though, I think, cuts a corner here. Wants to do anything he can to snuff out the momentum that Joe Hendry has been on. It has been the ride of a lifetime.
And Hendry dumped spine first on the outside of the ring.
There's no guitars, there's no slideshows, none of that is happening here. This is all about brute power and strength, and Wolfgang more than happy to diminish it. Look at this, adding
Count
a
of
little
seven.
bit.
Count of 7 from Daniel Spencer. Count of 8 here. Joe Hendry's got to the count of 10 to get back into the ring.
Could this be it?
Count of 9. Count of 9. Hendry beats the count.
Just in the nick of time. But Wolfgang right on the case here as soon as Hendry enters the ring.
Oh, Wolfgang representing Gallus. This is the Gallus style. Well, now look at this. Wolfgang pulling down that protective padding on his elbow, bone on bone, right across the face.
He's grinding the forehead and the face of Joe Hendry. That face, that memeable face that the world knows all too well at this point.
Hendry withstood Joe Coffey of Gallus this past Tuesday night on NXT's Great American Bash. Now trying to deal with Wolfgang. Look at the strength of Hendry. Down goes Wolfgang.
The suplex backfires on Wolfgang, and now Hendry has the opening again.
Wolfgang back up to his feet, but look at Joe Hendry. 252 pounds of pure motivation, trying to chop down Wolfgang.
We're gonna pick up the pace here. Hendry taking Wolfgang off his feet.
Hendry is fired up. Heard the comments of Josh Alexander earlier on tonight. Called him just a meme, a man who can't lace my boots on my worst day. Hendry trying to prove his doubters wrong. One step at a time.
Look at this. Taking a second to prep himself here. The strength of Joe Hendry. You see the pain etched on Joe Hendry's face. evidence of the work to the back that Wolfgang has done, but Hendry is on his feet.
And now Hendry's calling for it. Is it time for the standing ovation? Oh, Wolfgang blocked it.
Shuts him down and drops Hendry to the mat.
Wasteland by Wolfgang.
And now look at this. You mentioned it. Boom!
Vader bomb.
He can fly a little bit around too with the massive. Is that it?
Oh, and Hendry able to kick out.
I was going to say the massive frame of Wolfgang, when that gets flying, not much can stop him, but Hendry staying in this matchup.
Two tremendous shots there by Wolfgang, and Hendry withstood them. Now is Wolfgang thinking about going up top. His swanton bomb he calls the Howling has put away so many for years all over the world. Oh, he went for the Howling, and Hendry avoided it.
The Wolf has been silenced! And Hendry is coming unglued here.
And now Hendry, standing ovation! Joe Hendry knocks down another obstacle!
Here is your winner, Joe Hendry!
Take another look back here. It was first Wolfgang who would attempt to hit the Howling from the top rope, but Hendry saw it coming, and that opened the door for the standing ovation to shut everything down and poke Wolfgang away here in the main event.
With every shred of success that Joe Hendry captures, new roadblocks step up in his way, and Hendry has knocked them down. And wait a minute. Hold on a second. I'm being told there's something going down in the back. Can we get cameras backstage? There's something happening backstage.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Back up! What are we doing? What are we doing? Let's go! Let's go!